不過咱嚟開始第8嘅9集嘅新嘅系列 message。
We'll begin the new series of messages for month August to October.
咱嚟對某是健康嘅界線、健康嘅關係。
And it's healthy boundaries and relationships.
咱嚟 first verse 是第 Proverbs chapter 23 verse 10。
Theme verse in Proverbs 23 verse 10.
真簡單嘅一句話，
And a simple statement.
念起來嗬。
Let us memorize this.
咱大家讀兩擺啊。
Let's read this in chorus 2 times.
Do not move an ancient boundary stone. Again, do not move an ancient boundary stone. 上帝為咱設立無相關嘅 boundary。
God has set for us different boundaries.
古早時已經建立起來咯。
In ancient times, it was already established.
這個 boundary 唔係是物質嘅 boundary。
This boundary does not only pertain to the materials boundary.
這個 boundary 係叫做 spiritual boundary。
This not only a physical boundary, but also spiritual boundaries.
因為上帝愛劃定上帝心意嘅中間。
Because God wanted us to live in the heart of His desire.
這個 boundary 是指什麼呢？
What does this boundary mean?
Psalms 16 verse 6。
In Psalm 16 verse 6,
你講用刷撩好我嘅對界，直落地界面之處，我係產業實在美好。
the boundary lines have fallen for me in pleasant places. Surely I have a delightful inheritance.
上帝用一款無神，我哋刷回塞喺咱嘅鼻頭，
And God has used as a rope to encircle us,
好咱劃定上帝心意嘅中間。
so that we may live in the desire of His heart.
你若照上帝嘅 boundary 嚟生活，
If we follow His boundary and live our lives,
你講 Surely I have a delightful inheritance。
and it says, surely I have a delightful inheritance.
所以你想劃定上帝心意嘅中間。
That's why we need to live in the desire of His heart.
這個刷呢條刷是代表什麼呢？
What does this rope mean to us?
是代表一款嘅標準。
It represents a form of
當
standard.
然，上帝嘅標準就是上帝嘅話，
Of course, the standard of God is His word,
因為上帝嘅話是永遠未改變，
for His word will never change,
因為佢哋天頂裏面永遠未變。
because this word is set in heaven.
咱想劃定上帝心意嘅中間，
We need to live in the center of His heart's desire.
你想劃定上帝旨意嘅裏面。
We should live in God's will.
But how can I know the will of God?
How can we know the will of God?
This is the word of God.
That is the word of God.
咱人及人常常產生問題，
Most of the time, whenever there's problem between persons,
因為界線冇清楚。
it's because of unclear boundaries.
咱踏到別人嘅 boundary 裏面，
Sometimes when you step into another person's boundary,
家己都唔知啊。
you're even not aware of it.
別人踏到你嘅 boundary 裏面，
When others will set their foot into your boundaries,
你唔該 say no。
you dare not say no.
開始嘅時陣，小可彼此談論者。
Initially, as you try to bear with this person,
但係到這個時間，
up to a certain point,
冇法談論咯，
you can bear it no longer,
結果 conflict 就產生咯，
and their conflict will arise.
問題就嚴重咯。
Then the problem will become more and more severe.
As a Christian 咱知呀，
As Christians, we all know
聖經
that
教導咱，
the Bible teaches us
你就對橋聽。
to follow the way of love.
這是保羅及哥林多教會一個真重嘅命令，
Paul mentioned to the church in Corinth
你就佢對橋聽。
to follow the way of love.
但係咱知呀，聽真冇容易，
However, we all know that it's not easy to love,
因為唔是每一個人都真可愛。
because not every person is lovable.
聽住時陣，
Most of the
咱
time,
我聽未落去，
we can simply not love.
咱係將聽受到嚟，
We wanted to retrieve back the love that we
因
have
為咱冇
given,
愛以為聽這個人個受傷咯。
because we do not want to be hurt again by
But
loving that person.
但係問題其實唔是這個問題，
However, that's not the real issue of the problem.
問題是咱未清楚什麼叫做 boundary。
Problem is we do not know what's the meaning of boundary.
嗱，冇 healthy boundary，永遠冇 healthy relationship。
Unless there's healthy boundary, there will never be healthy
你若冇
relationship.
healthy 嘅 boundary，
If you have healthy boundaries,
就幫助你建立一個真正好嘅關係，
it will help you establish good relationships.
包括你及你嘅父母嘅關係，
Relationships which include your parents,
及你嘅丈夫、太太、你嘅 spouse 嘅關係，
your spouse, your husband or your wife,
你嘅朋友嘅關係，
your friends,
你嘅同工嘅關係。
your co-workers,
包括你嘅 in-laws 嘅關
and
係。
even your in-laws.
你就會清楚這個 boundary，
If you're very clear of these
你
boundaries,
要就處理冇相關嘅 relationship，
then you will know how to address or deal with different
你
relationships.
嘅 conflict 慢慢嘅減少。
You will gradually reduce your conflicts.
所以望這度一個一擺嘅 series message，
And we hope that through these messages of the series,
咱每一個人會建立家嘅一個 healthy boundary。
each one of us may establish healthy boundaries for
但係
ourselves.
今日你頭一個 message，
Today, the first message,
咱需要明白頭章真重要嘅代志。
we should understand something very important.
什麼叫做 boundary？
What is a boundary?
什麼叫做 boundary？
What's the meaning of boundary?
喺呢個 program 書本裏面，
And if you turn your program sheets,
我會將這個 outline 寫喺裏面。
you'll find the outline.
So you can follow the
Printed.
outline, write down the main point，都去重新去溫習看咪。
As we write down the main points or the keywords, when we go back, we can review this outline again.
Number one，
First,
你記得，
let's remember that
唔是每一個人喺關係頂面都有上一款嘅層次、上一款嘅 level。
not everyone is on the same level in this relationship.
你這個真，你需要放喺你心嘅裏面。
And this is something that we need to put in our
唔
heart.
是每一個人都是上一個 level 嘅人。
Not everyone belongs to the same level.
咱尊重每一個人，
If you respect everyone,
無論伊什麼款嘅人，
whether what nationality that person may be,
伊是中國人，
a Chinese,
伊是菲律賓人，
a Filipino,
伊是美國人，
an American,
伊是上帝所創造嘅人，
as long as he is somebody created by God,
咱就尊重這個人。
we should respect that person.
但是咱無可能對每一個人都上一款嘅尊重，
However, we cannot accord the same respect to each person,
無一個人有上一款嘅聽，
and also not give the same kind of love to each one.
這是無可能嘅代志，
That is not possible
因為咱唔是上帝。
because we are not God.
God is love，
Only God is
但
love,
是咱唔是 love，
and we are not.
we have love，
We have love,
但係 God is love。
but God is
所
love.
以咱對我嘅丈夫、對我嘅太太、對我嘅家人嘅聽及尊重及別人應該無相。
The love that you have for your husband or your wife should be different from the love that you have for other people.
因為咱生活喺無相關嘅社區嘅裏面，
Because we live in different circles of our lives.
你若無明白這個觀念，
Unless you understand this concept,
有兩個問題就產生。
two problems may arise.
頭一個問題，
The first problem is
別人對咱有錯誤嘅 expectation，
others will have the wrong expectation of us.
別人拿罪，伊對咱嘅要求，伊愛要求什麼就係要求什麼。
Other people may think that whatever they expect or they demand, then they will receive.
伊若有需要，伊就找你，
If ever they have needs, they will look for you.
因為感覺應該得到上一款嘅尊重，上一款嘅聽。
They expect you to accord them with the same respect and the same love.
你只要對別人，你就做對我哦。
If ever, they will expect you to treat them in the same way that you treat other people.
咱是朋友哦，
We are friends.
咱上嘅哦。
We are the same.
No, it's wrong。
That's wrong.
也最人哦，有心裏有一個需要，唔敢講出去。
In many people's heart, there's a certain need that they dare not say it.
特別有一個人，
And especially
Listen.
this type of people.
伊對你真好，
If this man is good to you,
你欠應，
whenever you're in
什麼
need,
欠應，
whatever need you
伊就嚟
have,
幫助你。
this man will help you.
No problems。
That's not a problem.
Very good，咁是。
That's good, isn't it?
But
But
這個人心裏有一個物件，唔敢講，唔敢讓你知啊。
inside that man's heart, there's something that he dare not let you know.
我若有什麼需要，
Someday, if I have any need,
你就嚟幫助我。
you should help me likewise.
伊唔敢講給你聽，
That statement will
但是
never be uttered.
expect 這樣代志發生。
However, he will expect that to happen.
你若冇幫助我，
If you will not help me,
你就唔對咯。
then you will be in the wrong.
所以當伊幫助你嘅時陣，
That's why whenever you help this
你有
man,
這個 expectation，
that man has an
下
expectation.
擺你就幫助我。
Someday you need to return
所以
the
這個人
favor.
幫助人有這個 motive，
That's why the help behind this person
因
is a
為
motive.
伊心內冇這個 boundary，
Because there's no boundary
伊係
inside the
做
person's
嚟
heart.
隨便叫人幫，隨便要求別人嘅代志。
This man could demand anything from anyone.
也做時陣哦，
Many times
咱 commit the same mistake，
we tend to commit the same mistakes,
特別菲律賓嘅華僑哦，
especially Filipino Chinese.
咱嘅 visitation，
And whenever we go for home visitation,
咱從來冇人 appointment，
very seldom would you make an appointment.
愛探就去探，
Whoever you want to visit, you just go and visit.
你去香港看未？
Try doing this in Hong
你去美
Kong.
國看咪？
Try doing this in
人是
America.
唔插你嘅啦，
People will not mind you.
冇 appointment 就叫人嘅處理，
If you do not have an appointment and you visit a person's
因
home
為你感覺我千差點正，我中意搭鳩人嘅處理。
because you think that you can just simply walk into another person's life anytime you want.
呢個聖經之後解釋，
Let's look at the Bible and how it explained.
你卡就減少喺你嘅儲備架裏面，驚伊討厭你、受氣你。
Proverbs 25:17. Seldom set foot in your neighbor's house. Too much of you and they will hate you.
你唔是千差點正叫人嘅處理嘅，
It's not that you can go to any person's home anytime
人若冇你 permission，
unless you're given the
你
permission.
跪你嘅餐人，
If you will nag them all throughout,
人就討厭你，
you will be disliked
因為你唔知什麼叫做 boundary。
because we do not understand the
所以你需
boundary.
要為自己 set 一個 boundary，
We need to set a boundary for ourselves
對你對別人都會見真好處。
so that it will be beneficial not just to you but to other people.
人若冇 boundary，
Unless you have boundaries,
就似做一間厝冇牆啦，
it's comparable to a house without walls.
呢個叫 open city。
It's an open city.
千隻人係追求你嘅處理，
Anyone can visit you at home
所以別人對你有一個錯誤 expectation，
so that others will have this wrong
因為
expectation
你冇
from you
boundary。
because you do not have a boundary.
Number two，
Secondly,
人對別人也是有錯誤 expectation。
we have wrong expectations of others.
什麼意思就係噃？
Do you know the meaning?
咱管事嘅罪，
We mind others' business too much.
伊唔是你嘅丈夫，
That person is not your husband.
伊唔是你嘅太太，
That person is not your
伊唔是
wife.
你嘅囡仔，
He is not your children.
但係你管事嘅罪，
And yet we tend to mind their business
別人感覺你真假薄
so that others may think that you are intruding.
，busybody。
You're a busybody.
有一擺我聽我嘅囡仔也最嚟整講一句話，
Many years ago, I heard this comment from my son,
查甫
from
囝，
my daughter.
伊講伊也唔是我老爸啦
That man is not my father.
，He's not my father。
He's not my father.
我唔知伊講什麼，
I do not know what she was talking
但我
about.
知影在使有人拿罪伊是必須來老爸。
I believe that some person might thought that he is behaving like Priscilla's father.
當然伊是好啦，good intention，OK。
Of course, I recall that he had good intention.
伊係教我嘅囡仔，
He wanted to teach my daughter
就創什麼就創什麼就創什麼。
what to do and what not to do.
但是我嘅囡仔都嚟講，伊唔是我老爸啦。
However, my daughter reacted, he's not my father,
關事嘅罪啦啦。
because this man has mind other people's business.
呢班都係會 good intention，
Even if you may have the good intention,
但是你小家最大至關嘅啦，
but you are minding others' business too much.
已經有一個老爸，伊冇起名兩個老爸啦啦。
That girl already has a father, she does not need another one.
因為咱冇一個 boundary，
Because we do not have a boundary.
所以咱對別人有一個 wrong expectation，
And that's why we have wrong expectations of others.
結果伊真善，
And that's why this man will be
伊
tired
會跪你要管人，
because he has been minding too many
但
people's
是
business.
別人無伊管嘅人也是也善。
In the same way, others whose lives were affected
So,
are also exhausted.
其實耶穌是個有 boundary 嘅人，
Remember that our Lord Jesus has his boundaries.
耶穌就只有33年嘅時間。
Even if Jesus lived 33 years of his
但
life
係
on
耶
earth,
穌生活嘅中間有真正清楚嘅 boundary。
and yet throughout Jesus' life, we can clearly see the boundaries.
真明顯上帝是耶穌嘅生活中間一個 center。
And it showed very clearly that our God is the center of Jesus' life.
聖經特別記載一項代志，
Many times the Bible will tell us
耶穌去曠野，
Jesus will go to the wilderness
一個人去曠野，
alone or by himself.
創啥？
What did Jesus
伊去
do?
天君天頂嘅老爸。
To be near his heavenly
這
Father.
是耶穌生活中間一個 very close intimacy relationship 嘅 boundary 這個所在。
The boundary where Jesus has the closest intimacy is there.
也最人跟啲耶穌，
Even if many people will follow Jesus,
但係真在人嘅中間，
and amongst the multitudes,
耶穌揀到12人出嚟。
Jesus selected 12 persons.
這12 disciple 是耶穌另外一個 circle 嘅人，另外一個 boundary 嘅人。
These 12 disciples form another circle or another boundary in Jesus' life.
耶穌用3年嘅時間咁啲撒咁出嚟，
And Jesus spent 3 years of his life with these people.
教義 teach them, coach them, educate them。
and to teach, coach, and educate these
而
12.
且12人嘅中間，
And amongst the 12,
嗰有一個 inner circle，
there's another inner circle.
耶穌睇環境啟動晒出嚟，
And Jesus selected 3 special persons:
彼得、約翰、雅各。
Peter, John, and James.
耶穌這3人是另外一個 circle，
And these 3 persons formed another circle
耶穌 spend more time with them
where Jesus spent more time with them,
compared with 其他 apostle。
comparing the other disciples.
喺這3人嘅中間，
And amongst the 3,
即係嗰有一個
in reality, there's another one.
叫做 John。
His name John.
John 稱做上耶穌所聽嘅門徒，
And John was called the disciple that Jesus loved.
以及耶穌更加親嘅 relationship。
This man enjoyed deeper relationship with Jesus.
有原因嘅啦。
You know, there's a reason.
當耶穌釘十字架嘅時
When
陣，
Jesus was crucified on the
門
cross,
徒大家走了了，
all his disciples left him.
只有一個 apostle 喺下
Only one remained,
John。
and his name John.
所以上帝將另外一個責任交給 John，
And that's why a different responsibility was entrusted to John.
照顧瑪利亞我嘅老母。
That is to look after his mother, Mary.
所以你咪這樣，你能了解這個 boundary，
If you could only understand the meaning of
你
boundary,
對每一個人嘅 responsibility 嘅 expectation 都冇相。
then your responsibility and expectation to others will be different.
所以記得頭一項大字，
We need to remember,
唔是每一個人及你嘅關係都是相嘅啊！
not everyone will enjoy the same relationship.
冇一個人及你上一個 level 嘅裏面，
Not everyone will belong to the same level.
所以需要你就從第2項大字，
We need to do the second thing.
你需要 understand，你需要了解親密關係嘅關係選擇咯。
We need to understand the levels of intimacy in different relationships.
嗱，我教你了以後
And
，after I teach you，
after I teach you,
你這個是你 assignment，
it will be your assignment.
你哋都佢出來好安靜，將你家嘅 circle 送出嚟。
In your own time and quietness, define your circles.
因為你無法及每一個人都上這個 level，上這個 intimacy，上這個 relationship。
It's not possible for you to be on the same level, for you to extend the same intimacy, and for you to enjoy the same relationship with everyone.
Number one，
First,
你若是基督徒，
if you are a Christian,
你若實在已經信主，
if you have truly believed in
你
the
頭
Lord,
一個 circle
your first circle
冇別人
should not be anyone
是你嘅主，
except your Lord.
主若唔是你嘅主，伊就唔是你嘅主。
Unless Jesus is your Lord, He is not Lord at all.
伊若無是你生命當中嘅中心，
Unless He occupied the center of your life,
你就是未信主。
then you are not yet a believer.
你嘅生命嘅主仍然是你家己。
The Lord of your life remains to be yourself.
所以頭一個 circle 的確是 Jesus himself，
The first circle ought to be Jesus Himself
no other choice，
and no other
的
person,
確冇 other choice。
no other choice.
第二個選擇，第二個 circle
The second circle
是你嘅 family，
should be your family members,
你嘅 parents，
your parents,
你兄弟、你嘅姊妹，
your brother or your sister,
哦，你一個真正親嘅、真正 close 嘅 relative。
or a relative that is close to you.
設出這個 circle 嘅人唔是你嘅 parents，
If members of that circle are not your parents,
唔是你兄弟姊妹，
are not your brothers or sisters,
只證明這項大事，
it only proved that
你及你出嚟關係嘅人真歹。
the relationship that you have with your family members is not well.
You are unhealthy relationship with your family members。
You have unhealthy relationship with your family
因為
members.
冇可能你嘅 family members 冇喺你嘅生命當中第二個 circle 嘅裏面。
It's not possible that your family members do not belong to the second circle of your life.
But
However,
這是未 control 嘅人。
it is the situation with an unmarried person.
當你 control 以後
After you're married,
，listen，
listen,
你需要將你嘅 family members 當中鎖出去，
you need to move out all your family members.
對第二個 circle 鎖去第三 circle，
You move them from the second circle to the third circle.
因為第二個 circle 的確留喺你嘅 spouse。
The second circle should be for your spouse.
No other choice，
No other choice.
no other choice。你需將這個 family move out，
You should move out family members to the third circle.
對第二變咗第三。
Move them from
Yeah.
second to the third circle.
這個時陣
And during that time,
的確有一款嘅問題係產生。
you should expect some problems to arise.
Imagine，
Just imagine.
我本來是那個 number two，I'm number two。
Originally, I'm your number two.
Number one 是 God，
Number one is God.
I'm number two。
Number two.
忽然間有一個人嚟，
Suddenly, a person and food
叫我走，
and ask you to leave,
我變咗 number 3。
and I become the number 3.
Sometimes 我感覺 insecure，咁先，
Sometimes you'll feel the insecurity,
我退步咯啊！
as if you have downgraded.
即係講住神眼咧，
And who's
可
the
能是
person?
你嘅父母，
That could be the reaction of your parents,
可能是你兄弟，
the reaction of your
可能是你
siblings,
嘅姊妹，
the reaction of your
你
sisters.
感覺 insecure，
These people may feel
因
insecurity.
為本來我是 number 2，
Initially, I'm your number
現在
2,
變咗 number
and
3。
now I'm the number 3.
But
However,
即係的確創這樣大事，
you need to do this thing.
你若無近超無要緊，
It's all right if you're yet unmarried.
你若近超了，
However, after you get
你嘅
married,
包男無喺 number 2嘅裏面，
unless your spouse occupies the number 2 of
你
your
嘅
life,
丈夫、你嘅太太
if your husband or your
not the
wife
number 2，
does not occupy the second position,
you are wrong。
then you are in the wrong.
I tell you why。
Let me tell you why.
當上帝創造人嘅時陣，
After God created human beings,
上帝創造佢人叫做 Adam，
first God created Adam.
所以全世界頭一嘅關係，the first relationship
The first relationship in the
是
world
神及人嘅關係
is the
，right？
relationship between God and man.
因為 Adam 目照傾佢嘅時陣，
The moment Adam opened his eyes,
佢看到上帝，
he sees God.
所以人及上帝是全世界頭一嘅 relationship。
The first relationship in the world is the relationship between God and man.
但係上帝講，it's not good for the man to be
And
alone。
yet we are aware that it's not good for man to be alone.
所以上帝創造嘅女叫做夏娃，
That's why God created a woman called Eve.
呢個世界產生第二關嘅關係，
In that way, the second relationship in this world happened.
人及人嘅關係。
And this is the relationship between man and another human being.
呢個 man 是 husband and wife 嘅 relationship，
And now it's the relationship between a husband and a wife.
這是第二關嘅關係。
That's the second type of relationship.
對 husband and wife 開始
And it began with a husband and wife.
產生真罪關係，
Afterwards, many other relationships emanated from that.
而是了見啦，
After they have children,
所有 parents 嘅關係。
then you'll have the parental relationship.
咁是，所以當中嘅關係是對到啦開始嚟，對 husband and wife 開始。
All further relationship came from the relationship between a husband and wife. Remember
冇
that.
husband and wife relationship，冇 parents 嘅關係，
Without the relationship between husband and wife, then there's no relationship between
冇兄弟
parents
姊妹嘅關係。
or siblings.
所以第一次嘅關係是 husband and wife 嘅 relationship。
That's why the most intimate and the deepest relationship ought to be between the husband and the wife.
所以聖經裏面有一個真正因為婚姻一個 principle。
Very important principle of marriage found in the Bible.
This is why a man leaves his father and mother and is united to his wife. They shall become one flesh. 這個是真重要嘅 relationship 嘅關係。
This is a very important relationship.
你若冇喺這個 relationship，即係冇這個 circle 嘅裏面，
If you're not within the circle,
就產生叫做第三者。
then there will be a third party involved.
第三者無都是別個男嘅別個女嘅，
The third party may not necessarily be another man or another woman.
可能是你嘅囡仔。
The third party could be your child or your children.
Something wrong。
Then there's something wrong.
太太，我提出呢樣大字 ，wife，listen。
As wife, listen to this very important thing.
先最時陣，
Many times,
當太太結婚以後，追太太生咗囡仔以後，
after the wife has children,
伊會剔真最時間照顧家己囡仔。
the wife will use a lot of time to look after her children.
Nothing wrong，nothing wrong。
There's nothing wrong with that.
但是
But
唔當因為照顧囡仔忽略你嘅丈夫。
you should not neglect your husband at the expense of looking after your children.
You know why？
You know why?
Let me tell you。你嘅囡仔嗱夠這個時間到限咯，OK？
Someday, when your children grow up,
20過歲咯，
when they reach 25 years of
30
age
咯。
or 30 years
你要
old,
創啥？
what will they do?
你要行啦啦，
They will leave you.
你要同你拜拜啦
They
啦，
will say goodbye to you.
拜拜。
They will say goodbye
你
to
要
you
近超啦啦。
because they want to get married.
所以你及呢件咧時間可能會20、30呢嘅時間哪啲啊？
That's why you can only enjoy 20 or 30 years of time with your children.
我戰爭點解就同你講這樣大字？
Let me tell you this.
當你見到衰慳嘅時陣，
When your child or children are still small,
你特別叫見他講嚟 kiss 爸爸，kiss 爸爸。
you like to ask them to kiss.
伊係嚟咁時，伊係嚟咁時。
Your child will readily come and will kiss you.
伊若冇 kiss 你，你咪就 kiss 咁時。
Even if they don't come to kiss you, you'll go and kiss them.
夠這個時間，
But up to a certain time,
你叫佢 kiss 你，佢唔嚟啦。
even if you ask them to kiss you, they will never
你
oblige.
走啦。
They will run away.
你走去 kiss 別人啦。
They will kiss another person.
拜拜。好
Then
啦，
that's goodbye for you.
等你行嘅時陣，
And when your children
你
will
嗰陣
leave,
empty net 嘅時陣咯，
when you have an empty nest,
門隊嚟咯。
and here will be
你
the
嗱
problem.
自己20-30年嘅中間，
Because in the past 20 or 30 years of your life,
從來冇預乜啲時間好你嘅丈夫、好你嘅太太，
you have never invested quality time for your husband or your wife.
只是為你嘅見啊。
You're only looking after your children.
什麼時候你見到離開嘅時陣，
Whenever your child will leave you,
我保證
I can guarantee
你兩個人無謂騰光，
you will have no communication between the two
無
of you.
謂騰光。
You have no words to say.
You know why？
Why?
因為機器講嚟講去是講見啦嘅代志，
Because in the past 20 years or 30 years, you've been talking
冇
about
別
your
嘅對白就
children.
是見啦。
There's no other topic except the
當見
children.
啦已經冇得處理咯，
If the children will no longer be there,
跨嚟跨去。
then you'll just be staring at each
你
other.
跨你。
I look at you, you look at me.
因為你冇 investment 啊，
Because you have not invested time in each
所
other's
以你咪即
life.
係也重要嘅關係。
That's why you need to understand this very important
所以 number
relationship.
one，
First,
Jesus is the center
if
of your life。
Jesus is the center of your
你
life,
嚟 control 以後，
after you get married,
你係 spouse，
then
你係
yes,
配偶，
your spouse will be the second.
將你係 family members，
Then your family members,
你係 parents，
your parents,
你係兄弟姊妹，
your brothers or
你係
sisters,
relative，
your relatives,
所以第三 circle
you
嚟。
need to move them to the third circle.
第四，
Fourth,
可能是你叫做 close friends，
maybe your
即
close
係
friends.
example 啦，example 啦
And，these are examples.
將你好朋友其實即係所在。
You put your close friends in the fourth circle.
第個 circle
And the fifth circle
maybe
could be
是你係兄弟教會兄弟姊妹，
brothers and sisters in the church,
還是你 office 嘅同事。
or your co-workers in the
Maybe,
office,
maybe.
or maybe
但是 maybe 老尾就你係普通嘅朋友，依家都唔識得嘅人。
your acquaintances, even strangers.
嗱，listen，呢個時間
Your time
唔是平均半毫每一個人，is wrong。
should not be equally divided
No,
in
no,
all
no.
of the levels.
你我哋立時點正
If you have 24 hours,
啊？你想 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6六個 circle divide 到 6。No，it's wrong。
that's not the way you do it. 6
No，wrong
circles, 24 hours divided
你
by
需要
6
take
circles.
more time with this，take more time and more time。
You
即
need
個可能只有一禮拜可能可以8點鐘，即個可能一禮拜可以2點鐘，所以呢個時間唔是 average 半項每一個人。
So you do not divide your time equally on the average to each level. Maybe some levels will have half an hour per week, while others, the more intimate, the closer ones, will have 1 or 2 or 3 hours.
你需要 spend 6 to 7% 嘅時間投這四個 circle 裏面。1, 2, 3, 4。
2/3 of your time ought to be spent in the first 4 circles.
我可以卡一隻聖經。
Let me show you this verse. In 1 Timothy 5, verse 8. Anyone who does not provide for their relatives, and especially for their own household, has denied the faith and is worse than an unbeliever.
咱需要用較多時間照顧咱親嘅人，這個 intimacy 真親嘅人嘅裏面。
You should use more time to look after people who are closest or most intimate to you.
咱唔是將你嘅時間平均半項每一個人，
And you should not divide your time equally to everyone.
所以你需要 make your circle，make
That's why you need to establish your own
your
circles
boundary。
and establish your boundaries.
你若無夠時間，因為你時間分配有問題，
If you do not have enough time, it may be a problem of your time management.
這個也重要，你知冇？
This is very important.
教會正在人咯，
Many people in the church,
可能這個問題產生啦。
I discovered that this problem would arise.
這個人都有家嘅問題，咁先。
Everyone has their own issues or concerns.
某一個人有困難嘅時陣，
Whenever a person has
人就嚟
difficulties,
找我咯。
people would come to see me.
牧師啊，
Pastor,
這個人有需要，
this man has need.
你就幫襯伊。
We need to help him.
你感覺教會人無幫襯，這個人教會無聽心啊！
As if the church lacks love if the church will not help this man.
No，今日學你一個真重要嘅 principle，
Today, allow me to share with you this important principle.
因為每一個人哦
Because everyone
都有家己伊嘅 circle，
has his own circles.
所以你知影你嘅 circle 人就得咯。
That's why you know who are the people in your circles.
每一擺就人發生問題嘅時陣，
Every time there's a need or there's a problem,
教 教會唔應該隨機幫襯你。
Church should not immediately jump in to
No no
help.
no no no。到呢個人嘅鼻頭嘅人就幫襯你，
People who surrounds this man should help.
呢個 inner circle 人幫襯你，
Inner circle of the man in
呢個
need
朋
should
友幫
help.
襯你，
His friend should help.
呢個教會人幫襯你。
His church members should help.
當當中人幫襯你以後，
After everyone extended their help,
嗱無夠，
if it's not yet enough,
教會個出招啲兜曬㗎。
then the church should extend the arm of help.
教會唔應該隨機幫襯你，
The church should not immediately jump into the helping situation.
好嘅 inner circle 人幫襯你，
Allow members of their inner circle to help.
耶穌以鼻頭嘅人冇俾幫襯你，
If for some reason or the other, his inner circle or people surrounding that man refuse to help,
就係我們對你啦。
then there's a problem.
啊，這個人真夠騙啊，真夠轉折啊！
Maybe this man is a swindler. He deceived many
所
people.
以鼻頭人特嘅驚伊，
That's why even his inner circles are afraid of him
個唔敢幫襯伊咯。
and refuse to help this man.
所以教會跟嚟幫襯伊。
Why should the church help him?
所以你唔係跟嚟你傾明這個 boundary。
Now you understand this is the need for
這
boundaries.
個所在人是互相幫襯嘅人，
Because the first few levels ought to be helping each other.
所以佢就要幫襯你。
May the Lord help us.
呢度 set up 呢個嘅 boundary。
Once you establish your own boundaries,
好啦，等你 set up 以後，
after you set them up,
第三大就產生啦。
third thing will happen.
等你 set up 呢個關係，這個圈以後，呢度就有適當嘅回應 respond。
Once you have determined your relational level, you will know how to respond accordingly.
你若冇創這個 boundary 嘅 circle 起嚟，
Unless you set up your boundaries,
你冇好回應。
then you will not know how to respond.
因為唔是每一個人斜你，你嘅回應都是神嘅啊。
Because you should not react in the same way everyone comes to seek your help.
For example 啦
Example,
，after 聚會以後，
after the church service is over,
我這個兄弟嚟斜啩，
a certain brother comes to see me.
牧師啊，
Pastor,
我話斜派啊，
my car is defective.
你真我真係 respond 呢部，
You know how should I respond?
啊，你係斜派哦，
Oh, if your car is broken,
你有修理不？
have you repaired it?
你使什麼公司修理不？
Do you know which car shop to
啊，是
go?
嘅，我介紹教會福音車嘅公司修理你嘅車。
May I refer the company that maintains or service our church vehicle to you?
然後咯，full stop，
Then that's all.
這是我 respond 咯。
That's my
好
response.
啦，寫出來嘅人唔是別人嚟，是 Stanley 嚟 ，Stanley。
If that man is not another person, but his name is Stanley,
Stanley 講牧師啊，
he says, Pastor,
我車派啊，
my car is broken.
我回應係咩咧
You know how will I respond?
？Brother，
Brother,
你傾明車不？
you need a car?
我着你。
I will lend you.
着啦，我唔知好你啊，着啦啊，
Just lend 啊
着你哦
Not to be given
My
to you.
brothers，OK，即係你 respond 啊，
That's the second type of response.
寫出來嘅人唔是 Stanley，
If the person is not Stanley,
是我嘅驚，
it's Isaac, his son.
把我車派啊，
Dad, my car is broken.
我唔有驚神，
I'll say, it's all right,
爸爸
son.
幾少你，
Your father will fix it.
我辦下啦，OK。
I will handle it.
寫出來嘅人唔是我嘅驚咧，
However, if this person is not your son,
牧師佬嚟嚟咧，
it's Mrs. Cheung.
係你啊，我嘅車派啊，
My car is broken.
咁在我講，
Maybe I'll tell her.
咱嘅車，你嘅車有估啦啦，冇新車。
Maybe I'll buy you a new car.
Praise God，right？
Praise God.
唔會新車。
We'll buy a new car.
無神人，無神我哋 respond。
Different type of people, you give different
因
type
為
of
我明白
response.
這個人係我上高島值嘅所在。
You need to understand which area of the circle is that person.
咱常常夠人反上門對，因為咱 respond 唔着啦。
Many times you have problems with other people. It's because of
於是
your
你
wrong
嘅丈
response.
夫嚟及你要求，
This person is your husband and he made a
這
request.
個是你阿爺及你要求。
That man is your older brother. He had this request.
你聽神我講喂，
Who will you listen to?
你若唔會好半這個 boundary，
Unless you are able to differentiate the
你
boundary,
唔使 make 到隻 decision。
then you will not know how to make the right
我嗱就有
decision.
boundary，
If I know the boundary,
I'm no second thought。
I will have no second
我
thought.
就算咪 enter 我嘅 spouse，
First, I'll entertain my spouse
因為是我嘅 circle 裏面 the inner circle 嘅人。
because this person belongs to the innermost circle of my life.
有人講哇你 unfair 啦，man unfair。
Some people will complain that it's unfair.
No, it's wrong。
That's wrong.
因為這個唔是 unfair 嘅問題，
It's not the issue of fairness.
這是 boundary 呢個 intimacy 嘅問題。
It's the issue of intimacy and boundary.
其實咱特別看到咁嘅 situation
Many
嘅，
times you'll see such situation
咱
happening,
冇注意到人嘅啊。
even if you are not
Diba?
aware of it.
中國人嘅父母及會嘅父母對囡仔有生喎，
You know, the Oriental parents behave differently with the Western parents.
冇生嘅啊。
They behave
會
differently.
期
The Americans,
囡仔10歲嘅搞咯搞咯，
they will send their children out when they reach
所
18
以
years
嗰度
of
老
age.
爸，嗰度老爸
That's why whenever they see
Ikaw
their
sa
father, what do they call you?
，Hi John，
Hi, John.
Hi 做老媽
Or
啊，
hi, Jeremiah.
我驚嚟講我做老媽，我度心搖。
If my son will call me Jeremiah, I'll spank him.
但是今日因為我中國人嘅父母及囡仔嘅 connect 戰問題簽啊，
Because the Oriental parents has closer bond and relationship with their
咱
children.
付出真多啊，
Because as Oriental parents, you have given more.
所以囡仔嘅 respond 也是較多啊。
And that's why the children will respond differently.
上關嘅 principle
In the same principle.
唔是偏心嘅問題
It's
啦，
not an issue of playing
是
favoritism.
你嘅 boundary 跌落嘅問題啦。
It's where you set your boundaries.
頂你7月17時，我哋當講點冇有離開世界日子，
The past July 17 is the first death anniversary of
So,
our
kung
dear
niya-
co-worker,
kaya di
Brother
kanin
Pedro
si Lilo.
Tan. He has passed away a year ago.
我相信你未揾到依落，你哋鐵定落嘅，冇今日揾到依落。
I believe you'll not be envious or jealous of him, even if I tell you now, because he's already in heaven.
我講就經常你哋啊，
Allow me to share with you this testimony.
即係經常我哋兄弟最禮拜，我唔會講一
I
拜。
also shared this once during his memorial service.
當我哋兄弟喺歐洲破壁嘅時陣，
When our dear brother was ill in Australia,
我咁牧師了心內未記起，我嗱冇去探伊。
we felt that unless we visit him, then we cannot forgive ourselves.
所以我教會講，
That's why we applied
我
with the
講我
church.
的確就佢們去歐洲去visit你。
We seek the church permission because we need to visit Brother Pedro Tan in Australia.
但係教會係真慷慨。
Our church is so
你
generous.
講 OK no problem，pastor 你去。
Not only did they approve our leave,
你講好人個人出飛機票，
and they have agreed to pay for our airfare.
但係今日 ticket 嘅時陣，
However, when the time comes for us to purchase our air tickets,
關係嘅陣是 peak season，
we realized that that was the peak season, peak travel
冇
season,
飛機票，
and no air tickets
特
are
經到
available.
冇。
And every airline is fully booked.
第一揸就夠3嘅司機，
And the earliest window is up to March or April.
只有 business class 嘅飛機。
During that time, only business class tickets were available.
即係我咁牧師佬，我問呢隻嘅問題，
I asked my wife this question.
我講耶穌教會冇俾好人，冇俾出咱嘅飛機票好人。
If today the church is not paying for our air ticket,
我問呢隻嘅問題，你俾幾貪定冇下噃？
may I ask you this question? Will you still go and visit Brother Pedro
我
Tan?
就係去啊！
She replied, of course.
我既然是安尼，
If that's the case,
咱冇 business 去，
then we need to purchase business class
嗱
ticket.
傾咪自己咱家己出，
And we will pay for the difference between the two class.
所以咱冇 business 飛機票去澳洲，
And that time we purchased the business class ticket.
當中我家己數嘅，
And we shouldered the difference.
啊你講 unfair man。
You may say, why is it like that? It's
No, no, no,
unfair.
no, no, no. 因為你唔知啊，
You need to know that.
點樣也係我係禮拜中間遇到一個 circle，
Brother Pedro Tan, which level of circle does he occupy in my life?
而對我對教會對我出嚟付出咗落罪，
How much has he paid for the church and for my family?
所以我走咗 respond 這項代志。
And that's why I knew how to respond to this
所以你記得
situation.
講真重要嘅 principle，
We need to remember this important
你若冇
principle.
創到這個 boundary 嘅 circle，
Unless you set the circle of your boundaries,
你永遠冇有 respond。
then you will not know how to respond.
互相難啲，互相難啲，互相難啲。
Sometimes you'll behave like that, other times you'll behave other ways.
當你有這個 boundary 嘅時陣
The moment you set your boundaries,
，you know how to respond。
you will know how to respond.
但是我問你，記得講真重要嘅代志。
But I hope that you'll remember this.
咱設立界線唔是為到冒犯任何一個人，冇尊重任何一個人。
When we set boundaries, it's not that we do not mean to offend or disregard anyone.
當我 say no 嘅時陣 ，I'm not offend you，我是冇 respect 你。
Whenever I turn you down, it's not that I disrespect you.
我嘅目的是好家交有時間經營我教會本善君嘅關係，管理我嘅優先處數。
The main reason or the main purpose for turning you down is to enable myself to conduct my relationship circle well and to manage my priorities well.
因為我無限聚時間照顧囊中嘅人。
I do not have that much time to take care of many
我
people.
望你將這句坑喺呢個心裏。
I hope that you will keep this in your heart.
The purpose is to enable myself to conduct my relationship circle well and to manage my priorities well.
That's the main reason.
所以咱啟蒙創這個 boundary。
That's why we need to set boundaries.
你創咗以後，
After you set your
Wow.
boundaries,
呢度聽學是面對因為無了解人嘅批評 criticism。
then you'll be ready to face criticisms from other people who may not understand your
當
situation.
你創咗呢個嘅 boundary circle 以後，
After you've defined your circles of
我
boundaries,
保證
I can guarantee
的確有人要求進取。
that there are still requirements or demands from many people.
因為什麼時候你對隻人 say yes， it means 你對別人 say no。
Anytime you said yes to one person, it may mean that you've turned down or said no to many.
所以的確有人冇看起你。
That's why you're bound to receive criticism or response.
有人冇看起你。
Or some people will be unhappy about you,
特別咱基督徒啊，
especially as
有
Christians.
時咱家己嘅人 say no 以後，咱家己有感覺一款嘅叫做 sense of guilt， 一款嘅罪疚感喺裏面。
Many Christians will have this guilty feeling if you say no or turn other people down.
牧師話：我今日醫院同我祈禱，我冇時間。你感覺哎呀，我做牧師冇去醫院同人祈禱喎。I'm feel sad, I'm feel wrong。
Sometimes if the request comes that, Pastor, please pray for me in the church. If I could not go there, then I have this guilty feeling or sense of guilt that I've been at wrong.
我講隻 example 你聽，
Allow me to share with you this
這
example.
是假，唔是真，OK？ 假
Even
，OK？
if it's an unreal
但係這
situation,
款嘅 situation 常常發生喺教會裏
but
面。
this situation often happens in the church.
For example，
For example,
會你我嘅家同我講
one
，For
day
example，OK？
my son will tell me,
你講爸，
Pa,
下禮拜 Tuesday 今時你 day off。
Tuesdays are your day off. Next Tuesday,
我講 yes。你講爸爸，你中意跟我去看 movie 咩？
can you go watch a movie with me?
講 yes。
I will say yes.
看什麼 movie 啊
What show you want to watch?
？Superman、
Superman?
Spiderman、
Spider-Man?
Wonder Woman。
Oh, Wonder Woman.
OK。所以我同
Anyone
我嘅家咯，next Tuesday 我去看 movie 咯。
So I promised my son that I'll watch a movie with him next
好啦
Tuesday.
忽然間，after few days，
Then after a few days,
我電話卡嚟咧
I received a telephone call.
，Pastor，
Pastor,
Tuesday night 咧，我這個 emergency meeting。
we have an emergency meeting on this coming
You need to
Tuesday.
come. You should come.
You
OK。
should be present.
好啦，即係 pastor，
As a pastor,
有兩個選擇
I have two choices
，say yes or say no。
to say yes or no.
卡上我，
Most of the time,
我就夾夾，我係家講什麼咧
I will tell my son,
？Son，sorry
son,
啊，
sorry,
我有 meeting。
I have a meeting in the church.
你知唔？
You know that.
Pastor Kid 哦，卡上之後 respond 你知唔？
You know how a pastor kid would normally respond.
No problem, brother, father, no problem.
No
I
problem,
understand.
Dad. I understand.
Okay, no problem.
It's all right. Go and attend your meeting.
所以我就 sacrifice 我嘅家咯。
So I'll sacrifice my
嗱，
son.
不力得咧，
However, if I respond differently,
我及教會講
I'll tell the church,
，sorry 啊，
Church, sorry,
做呢啲我冇法。
I cannot join you in the meeting.
跟啊，
Why?
我不過我係家去看 Superman、Spiderman、Wonder Woman。
I will watch a movie with my son.
我跟你講我，
Let me tell
即
you,
係牧師得咩無頭路咧嗱。
this pastor will soon be terminated.
所以牧師係制啊，即係危險啊。
That's why, as a pastor, he knows the consequence
你
or
唔
the
敢，
risk.
你唔敢 turn down 教會
So the
request，
pastor dare not turn down this request of
因
the
為教會
church
唔會 understand。
because the church will never
但
understand.
你家就 understand，
Yet, he expects the son to understand.
所以教每一隻拜都是人哋。
That's why every time it happens like that,
交這個時間，
until a certain point,
家及老爸嘅關係就係唔會好些嘅啦。
the relationship between the father and the son will not go
你特
well.
拜換過，特拜冇呀，伊唔敢
Because
講，
every time you promise, you will not fulfill and you dare not say
因為
no
伊
to the church.
understand，因為伊 understand，
Because the church will not understand.
問題嚟咯。
And here comes the
即係你
problem.
見到哦，
That son
永遠未記做 pastor，
will never be a pastor
唔
someday.
敢記做 pastor，
He dare not be a pastor
因為伊制啊。
because the child knows that
嗱，做 pastor 就 sacrifice 伊嘅 family。
if you be a pastor, then you'll sacrifice your family.
我跟你講我，
Let me tell you,
你若未明白這個 boundary，
if you will not understand this boundary,
人就批評你，因為
People
第時有
will
人會明白嘅啊。
because you're bound to see people who will not understand.
你若 understand boundary，
If you will understand the meaning of boundaries,
伊若批評我，
Even if they criticize me,
我笑笑。
I'll just smile.
OK，that's OK。
It's all right.
你唔過，你唔過。
Let it go.
你嘅厝內常常發生安尼款嘅代志。
If this will happen in your family many times,
當你及這個人講 yes，你及這個人 say no 嘅時陣，
whenever you say yes to one and say no to the
伊
others,
生氣，
others will get angry.
伊批評你。
You'll be criticized.
你若明白你家己嘅 circle，
If you understand your own circles,
冚冚啦啦，
you'll let it go.
你講，
You'll let it go.
你睇我實在可能一擺，反正一擺。
You know, it really happened to me once.
即擺有一個教會，一個女團隊敲我，擺嚟教會，
A lady pastor from another church called me,
請我去嘅團契講道。
invited me to preach in their fellowship.
我講 sorry，我冇時間。
So I said to her, sorry, I do not have time.
這個女團隊我是全世界其中一個真鼓勵嘅女團隊，
This lady pastor is one of the most persistent pastor in the world.
袂停嘅啦。
She will not
講
stop.
冇法，鼓勵。
And even if I turn her down, she will call back another time and would
交
invite me
嘅時
again.
間講冇法啦，冇法啦。
Even if I said, I cannot do it, I cannot do it.
你係創啥無？
You know what she said?
伊竟然生氣，
This lady pastor got
實在
angry,
生氣啊！
really
伊
got
電
mad,
話發我，
and even shouted at me on the phone.
我條目數你聽啊！
Reverend Cheung, listen carefully.
你唔當我看到你哋別人教會講道啊！
Do not let me find you preaching in another church during that time.
哇！我個人間冇看起咯個，
All of a sudden, I became unhappy.
我講姊妹啊，
I said, Sister,
我記得咯講道是我嘅代志啦，
where I will preach is my
唔
own
是你嘅
business.
代志啦。
It's not yours.
拜拜咗啦，
So I said goodbye and put down the phone.
遐最時陣哦，
Because many
你
times,
但未 set 你嘅 boundary，
if you will not set your boundaries right,
別人嘅入去啦。
others will intrude
當
into
你
your
set 咗
life.
以後，
Once you set your
別人就
boundaries,
批評你啦。
you'll be criticized.
But
But
你 understand 啦，
you'll understand this.
拜拜咗啦。
So you say goodbye and just put down the phone.
你唔係即係四個真重嘅 concept，
You need to understand this four very important concepts.
但是其實
But in reality,
Jesus is our model for setting healthy boundaries。
Jesus is our role model.
路加第8章記載一項代志，
In the Gospel of Luke, chapter 8, it was recorded an incident
耶穌去這個管理會堂嘅愛老嘅家來叫伊嘅查某囝，
when Jesus went into the household of the synagogue ruler Jairus.
但係聖經明明記載，
The Bible clearly said that
迄陣也最人聽候耶穌。
during that time, the multitudes were waiting for Jesus.
當耶穌答應這個愛老去嘅出來嘅時陣，
When Jesus agreed to go to the household of Jairus,
伊講耶穌及當中人講 say no，
it also means that Jesus turned down many people.
我冇時間好你 sorry。
I do not have time for you.
耶穌喺3年嘅裏面，最近嘅裏面，
During 3 years of Jesus' ministry on
耶
earth,
穌好40人國話，
Jesus resurrected 3 dead persons.
就係請問，
May I
而且
ask,
3年嘅中間，
in 3 years of Jesus'
有
ministry,
多罪人離開世界，
how many people passed away during
多
that
罪死
time?
人，
How many dead did he encounter?
為什麼耶穌冇好，大家人死人好起來？
And how come Jesus was not able to raise them up from dead?
約翰第5章，
In John chapter 5,
記載耶穌喺這個不是大這個所在，
it was recorded that Jesus entered
Bethesda.
the pool of Bethesda
嗰度真罪病人，
when he saw many sick
有
people,
痴迷啊，有跛
the
界，
blind, the lame,
但係耶穌只醫好這個破皮30不裂嘅人。
and yet Jesus only cured a person who was sick for 38 years.
耶穌真偏心。
Will you blame Jesus for playing favorite?
嗱，我問你這個問題啊，耶穌上帝有你這個運數 ，OK，我這個運數，
May I ask you this question? Today, if God will just give you
Ni-
one gift,
及病人祈禱，無論什麼破皮，這個人即刻好起來。
and the gift of healing the sick, no matter what illness that person may have,
But 只有一禮拜醫一個人，
only one sick person each week.
一個禮拜醫一個人，
You may be healing this
無論
person
什麼
once
破病，
a week, no matter what illness.
無論是 cancer，
Even if that person is
還是
stricken with
痴迷跛
cancer
卡，
or blind or
你
lame,
祈禱就好起來。
as long as you pray, the sick will be healed.
好還是歹？
Do you consider this is a good gift?
好還是歹
Will this be a good gift that God has given you?
？Of course good, right?
Of course, it's good.
No, sure, 你小些哦。
Not necessarily.
你看咪啊？
Come to
我
think
留
of
這個換數，
If I have that gift of healing,
一個禮拜二推一個人祈禱，這個人就好起嚟。
I can cure or can heal anyone once a week.
到這個時陣，
After a certain
我
point of
名字
time,
傳啦全世界，
my reputation will be spread throughout the
結果
world.
特你有人嚟邪啩。
That's why and then it ended up that every day people will come
我
see
係
me.
電位置等未停咧，
My phones will ring
但是
unceasingly.
問題是，
But the problem is,
我只得醫一個人一個禮
I
拜，
can only heal or cure one
所以
person
邊
every
一個
week.
禮拜裡面正做人死，我無通醫治，只有醫治人。
And which means that many will not be cured and may even die every week because I can only cure one
到
person.
這個時間，
After a certain
我
time,
即刻聽到人講話啦，
I will hear criticism.
條目數真偏心，
Reverend Cheung is playing favoritism.
真貪子，
He is greedy.
嗱有子就記，嗱無子就冇乜
He will
記。
only go to the wealthy and not to the poor.
哇！這個有子人美國都不死咯，派飛機嚟載過去，我就小咪就去飛機嚟咯誒。啊！
If this man is ill in the States and he sent me a private jet, then I should go.
你貪子嚟啩？貪子嘅目數你講咩？
Look at this greedy pastor.
到這個時間，
After
我
a
講
certain
上帝
point,
啊，我冇乜啲這個換數咯。
I will tell God, I don't want this gift anymore.
但是
But
耶穌實在有這個換數，
Jesus really had that gift.
但係耶穌唔是好每一個人都好起嚟。
And in spite of that, the gift of healing, Jesus did not cure or heal every person.
耶穌每創大事有一個真特別嘅 principle，
Jesus had very important
有
principles
一個
in the way how he does
即係
things
創一家嘅 boundary。
and how he set his own boundaries.
Let me tell you，
Let me tell you,
耶穌12歲嘅時陣，
even when Jesus was 12 years
呢
of
個
age,
父母到聖殿裡面，
when he went with his parents to the temple
小這個 Passover，
and they observed the Passover,
父母行咯，
after his parents left,
耶穌冇行，
Jesus remained
點地下3日，
and he remained there for 3 days.
老母嚟咯，
His mother came.
耶穌你創什麼
What
啊
are you doing here, Jesus?
耶穌唔是講 sorry 啊，媽媽 sorry 啊。
That's not the way how Jesus replied.
你就喺耶穌啲聖經裡面，從來唔不講 sorry 喎。
In the Bible, Jesus never said sorry.
咱特別度傾咪講 sorry 咁先。
And as human beings, we need to apologize.
但耶穌 never ever say sorry。
But look at the Bible, read the Bible, Jesus never said sorry.
你之後講就係喎，
You know how Jesus
你
replied?
講你為什麼嚟邪過啊？佢唔制啊！我要特別大字最笑臉啊！
Jesus said, Why were you searching for me? Didn't you know I had to be in my father's house?
12歲見啊！
And that was the reply of a 12-year-old
我要
boy.
上帝嘅大字最笑臉，
He has his father's house as his main concern.
這是耶穌最每一項大字嘅決定嘅 secret。
And that's a secret behind Jesus' decision-making process.
耶穌出嚟傳道，
When Jesus began his
聖
ministry of
經特
preaching,
別講時間未夠，時間未夠，時間未
he
夠。
often said to his people that the time is not yet here.
什麼時間未夠？
Whose time is not yet here?
上帝嘅時間未夠。
God's time is not
耶
yet
穌
here.
充每一項大事都是出自上帝旨意。
Behind everything that Jesus did throughout his ministry, it's all in accordance to the will of God's
所以耶
heart.
穌不公開講咧，講一句話：
That's why Jesus publicly said that
我無一項大事唔是出自上帝旨意。
I have not done anything that is not according to God's will.
教會，
Dear church,
當你實在將耶穌放喺你嘅 first priority 嘅時陣，
when you really put Jesus as the center of your life, as the first priority,
你就知啊什麼時候對這個人 say yes，或對這個人 say no。
then you will know when to say yes to one and say no to the
我
other.
知啊
I know that
，when you say no 嘅時陣
whenever you say no,
，pressure 的確嚟，
you will experience this pressure.
的確嚟，
You will see
批
the
評的確
pressure.
嚟，
Criticism will come your way.
但是
But
你若有清楚呢個嘅 boundary，
if you clearly set your
你嘅
boundaries,
circle，
your circles,
你係走走去面對，
then you will know how to address or face.
叫做幫助人，
May the Lord help us.
這叫做 boundary，
This is boundary.
是咱嘅生命中間一個真重要嘅大事。
It's a very important thing in our life.
所以你都叫將 assignment 睇下對佢衝，
When you return, there's a very important assignment
好
that
安
you need to
靜
do.
小看咪，
As you quiet yourself,
將呢個嘅 boundary circle 衝起嚟，
think carefully as you set your boundaries
將人嘅名寫喺裡面，
and write down the names of the persons.
你若清楚，
It's only when you're clear,
當來嘅時陣，
Whenever people will come to your life,
you know how to say yes or say no.
then you
when
will
to say
know
yes or say
when
no.
and how to say yes or how to say no.
佢主幫襯你。
May the Lord help us.
下禮拜
Next
你
Sunday,
嚟講另外一個大字
we'll begin another thing.
，Who can set the boundaries？
Who are the people who can set the
唔
boundaries?
是每一個人都有能建立家己嘅界線，
Because
唔
not
是，
everyone will be able to set
有人是
boundaries.
無必創界線，
Some people simply refuse to set boundaries
因為伊無愛為家己嘅生命負責任。
because these people, they don't want to be responsible for their lives.
所以下禮拜
Next Sunday,
你 learn about who can set the boundary for yourself。
we'll learn who are the people who can set boundaries.
佢主幫襯你。
May the Lord help us.
Bow the prayer。
Let's bow down our heads for prayer. 親愛的天父上帝，我滿心感謝你，因為主你是阮生命的主，因為你的救贖、你的疼痛，互阮真多你的行離。求你赦免阮真濟時陣，阮無以你為阮的生命的中心。真濟時陣，阮用別人來摕你的時間，摕主你的榮耀。求主你赦免阮，藉着今仔日的信息，懇求你幫助阮繼續重新建立阮的界限。建立阮的關係，好叫阮對別人、對主有正確的關係、正確的回應。啊，好叫阮有法通好好利用阮的時間，通互較濟人得到主你的幫助，得到主你的榮耀。阮恭敬求主你的聖靈繼續教導阮、教示阮，互阮有法通重新整理阮的關係及阮的界限，互主你的名得到榮耀。安尼祈禱靠耶穌的名來求。
Amen。Amen。Thank you, brother。